Hello friends. Congratulations to everyone on the second anniversary of the Mech Arena game after its official launch. And as I promised in the previous video, there will be an unboxing now. I'll have to give Plarium some money because, if I understood correctly, Nomad won't even have a single free token for F2P players, unfortunately. But on the other hand, this is not certain yet, but it's very likely that the Gear Hub is right around the corner. By the end of the month, Mech Arena will no longer be P2W in the traditional sense, as all items will be easily accessible through in-game methods at any time. Now, let's get back to our new mech. Nomad is already available for purchase on the game server, real games with real people. And those who are ready to spend money to try it out earlier are already wheeling on the game server. Although it's not a wheel, but a sphere. Would it be right to say, sphering? Wordplay. But first, we will try to get our new killshot with the crate rush and see how lucky I am, or how much I'll have to pay with my money. Wow, it was so close, almost on the first try. But 6 blueprints are also a great reward, as I will continue to buy them for 248 coins each, so it's a great attempt. You could say it's 1448 coins per token. For now, I'm satisfied overall. Let's see what comes next. I see another mech again, they're teasing me. But 5 blueprints are a very good outcome, although I would like to claim it already. So, I'll have to buy 2 more tokens. I'm cutting out the buying moments in post-processing to not show my personal information. So, for 2 tokens, we have an equivalent of 2,648 coins. So far, I'm liking the start. Let's buy 2 more tokens and get Nomad and 758 coins, and I'll be grateful. Well, 2 blueprints are definitely not what I expected. Another 4 blueprints, not the worst outcome, but it's time to stop. My money isn't endless. Plarium, please give me the new mech already. $15 keys? Seriously? Another 5 keys? No, I don't play like this, give me my mech. $758 coins, it would have been nice on the 3rd attempt, but it's too late, too much money has already been spent to be happy about 758 coins. Another 100,000 credits. Overall, 758 coins and 100,000 credits are not bad, but I'm asking, please give me Nomad. Yes, please. Why? Why? It's not the worst outcome, of course, but it's too late, I'm starting to get angry. Panic, they're playing with me on purpose and frustrating me. It was so close. I don't need your 500 A coins from this attempt anymore, give me the mech. Now comes the worst part of this crate rush. Maybe if luck is on my side now, I can save the second token for exchange into A coins. But no, of course, I'm so naive. This will be the last attempt, classic. Well, almost, seriously? I'm going insane, 4 nomads in a row and in the end, here come the credits. Maybe at least this last spin will favor me, even a bit. I don't want to spend the token on 10 keys. Well, sure, understood, thank you. Last attempt. If I had known this would be the last attempt, I would have taken all 16 keys at once, it would have been a bit cheaper. Alright, let's go and see what events they've brought us. So, welcome the new Ember gun. It looks impressive, the design is definitely to my liking, but when it comes to the stats, there are already some questions. Only 30 meters of range and 45 with the maximum range implant. You practically need to be right next to the enemy to deal damage. And you also need to be durable to deal damage once every 1.5 seconds. That's just one shot every 1.5 seconds. Looking at the maximum pair with 12 energy, it's about 108,000 damage from both hands. If you're lucky and manage to overheat the enemy for additional damage, you can deal up to 150,000. Overall, this is enough to take down Surge, Nomad, Eclipse in the face within 2 seconds. But alright, we'll come back to the Ember gun in the next videos. For now, let's talk about Nomad. Although in the previous video, I joked about the design, he looks cool even in his basic appearance. And the legendary skin from achievements, while it may look a bit plain and gray, I'm sure that cool skins can be made based on Nomad. Even though I ranked him as top 7, it's important to understand that I have 4 stable top 4 mechs that I use practically all the time. And the 5th dynamic slot that I use for variety. There's a good chance he'll become a frequent guest in my collection. But I have to consider one thing. I have an ability range implant for Guardian. That's why I use Guardian constantly, because 45 meters is good, and 30 is too little. When you don't have this, Nomad has a high chance of taking that slot in your hangar. Although he's not as good as one would hope, please don't call him AP2W Killshot 2.0 or something like that. He's just an ordinary mech, with mediocre damage, even longer reload time than Killshot. No area explosion, so you need to hit the target accurately. Alright, let's finish upgrading for now and move on. Well then, let's get him some skins. In theory, when you only have blue skins in the first fortune vault, it's the most profitable, but in practice, it might turn out a bit different. A few more useful tips for you. While you don't have all the blue skins yet, it's best to open the 10 key crate. But if you're willing to take risks and really want to get the legendary skin and a chance at 2,500 A coins, go for the 20 key crate. Alright, let's take our new kill shot into battle.
Three, two, one, go.
Alright, first of all, please subscribe to the channel if you're playing Mech Arena. Here, you'll get the freshest and most accurate information. To begin, we'll play a few free-for-all games and then head into CPC as a team and see What can I say right away after taking it into my hands and testing it in battle? First, even killshot has an explosion radius. You don't need to hit the target precisely, and if multiple enemies are standing close together, you'll damage them all. With Nomad, you need to be extremely precise, and only after hitting the mech will you get a second dash. I also need to note that 3 seconds is quite short to get to the enemy, kill them, and escape. It should be a minimum of 4. It's also quite a drawback that there are no bonuses like invisibility or some form of additional defense, like 2 seconds of complete invulnerability upon dashing, for instance. In the end, it's a legendary mech created for close combat, that it doesn't have the chances to stand toe-to-toe against the likes of Surge and Bastion, which are quite abundant among both real players and bots, and against others, it doesn't have a clear advantage. This means that even though it's meant for close combat, like killshot, due to the lack of defense, it's unable to achieve that. Even the ability damage of 70,000 is low for a legendary scout with 24 energy. For comparison, killshot deals 67,000. As I see it, Nomad should have the ability to deal damage twice with 1 dash to the same target. Then he would have better chances in popularity. He would be a menace to most mechs except for Surge, Bastion, Guardian, and Zephyr, which could stop him. I think that would be fair overall. Or another buff option could be protection against enemy EMPs and deadly shots from M and Railgun while in flight. In that case, he would have the ability to kill Bastion and Surge. However, close combat doesn't seem to suit him well for now. Perhaps, with more matches and experience, things might change, but currently, he appears to be just a slightly better version of killshot, mostly due to his health allowing him to live a second longer. Perhaps with the arrival of the Ember Gun 12, the situation will change, as it can quickly close the distance and deal high damage swiftly. In upcoming videos, I'll show you all possible combinations and we'll discover the best strategies for Nomad through practical experience. I'd like to remind you that in this video, there will be an attempt to play as a team against other teams of real players. Alright, I won't bother you with my musings any longer. If you've listened till the end, definitely make sure to subscribe to the Mech Arena Enthusiasts channel. Enjoy the show.
Fire! Godlike! Well done! Fire! Nemesis! Well done! Humiliation! Well done! Humiliation! Smackdown. Well done. Smackdown. Well done. Boom. Humiliation. Well done. Incoming fire. Humiliation. Well done. Critical damage. Humiliation. Well done. 3, 2, 1. You have won the match. 3, 2, 1, go. Let's get things started.
We have taken the lead.
Beacon capture failed.
We're losing the lead.
Smooth operator. Well done. Incoming fire. Noob identified. Critical damage. Incoming fire. Critical damage. Noob identified. Incoming fire. Killing spree. Well done. Humiliation. Well done. Beacon captured. Noob identified. Well done. Ghost. Well done. Dominating. Well done. Humiliation. Well done. Noob identified. Smooth operator. Well done. Critical damage. You have 2 minutes remaining. Revenge. Well done. Fire. Double kill. Well done. Killing spree. Well done. Humiliation. Well done.
We have taken the lead.
Incoming fire.
Victory imminent.
You have won the match.